Does anybody ever make assumptions about you and about your life? Have you ever found people look at you and say things such as, oh my gosh, it's all right for you, it's lucky for you, things must be really easy for you, and you're sat there thinking, if only you knew the real story. Welcome to Sunday Moments with Fran. Today I want to talk about that not everybody has it easier than you. Oftentimes, as human beings, we can generalize, and because we compare ourselves to other people, we can also compare the things that we see and the things that we don't see. Sometimes people look at me and say, oh my gosh, Fran, you're always so happy and everything must be so amazing in your life. And that isn't always the truth. The reality is life has its challenges for each and every one of us. But people can look and they can make an assumption about us. But what they're not seeing is what we've gone through. They're not seeing the years of challenge or struggle or endurance. And I want you to consider that those years previously are like roots that have gone down into the ground. Because when roots go down deep, they provide stability and they provide strength for things and for people to flourish. So when we look at people and we see them doing amazingly well and we're like, wow, things must be so easy for them, I want us to consider what we're not seeing in their life. We're not seeing the failure, we're not seeing the areas of defeat, we're not seeing the tears and the hidden struggle that a lot of people have. Please don't assume that everybody else has things so much easier than you do because you don't know their story. You don't know what sits behind that smile. And there's often a story of triumph and overcoming, but ultimately people are overcoming something that's often really painful and really, really hard. And truth be told, we actually probably wouldn't want to swap or trade places with them if we knew what was really going on. So take courage and take hope that your journey is your journey. It is individual to you and to where you're going in your life. And because you see somebody else on the other side that seems to have everything together, that seems for things to be flowing and they're easy and they're forever posting on social media about how perfect things are, that may not be necessarily the way it's always been. And they may have come through so much other stuff to get to where they are today. The way your life is designed, it's very specific because it's done with purpose and it's done with intention. Have you ever been to a restaurant and ordered something that's not on the menu, that's not a standard order? It often takes a little bit longer because it's a special order. Sometimes the outworkings in our life don't appear to come as easily or as readily as for other people. But maybe it's because it's actually a little bit different. It's a little bit special. And so this week's encouragement is stop assuming that everybody has life easier than you and realize that your life is your journey, and the order in which things are done, the timing in which things are done, the way in which things are done is incredibly unique to you. And there's no need for comparison at all. Because when we continue and we endure, when we get where we need to get to in life, it'll be an incredible feeling of accomplishment, and we'll value it so much more because we know what it took us to get to that particular place. Okay? You're doing fine. You are doing well in life. The other day I was chatting with a family member and they were saying that sometimes perhaps we need to actually create history boards. And most of you have heard of vision boards. It's something that I do as part of my business. I teach people and I help them create a vision board, maybe for the next year or the next few years of their life, visioning out what it is that they actually want to be, to do, what are some of the affirming statements that they want person into their life. But she was talking about a history board. And at first I was a bit like, why would you do a history board? Because, that's the past and we will always want to be focusing on the future. But the reality is sometimes we need to remember the history of where we're coming from. We need to remember all that we have been through and celebrate who we are today, celebrate where we are today in our right minds, being able to live a regular life despite some of the crazy stuff that we've been through. So celebrate, guys. Be encouraged. You're on a journey and enjoy the journey. Enjoy the process, because it could be a year, it could be 5 years, it could be a lifetime. There'll always be something that we are working on and working through. So remember, everybody does not have life easier than you do. Everybody's journey is unique to them and you're doing really well. Have a great week. Don't forget to encourage somebody else. God bless you.